When I use the Top 10 tool, I focus on using it as more of a hybrid comparison tool. So I get to the hybrid comparison screen, and this is where I start to analyze the hybrids deeply. So as you can see here, in the response to population, we have 5 hybrids chosen, and there's really 2 that stick out as higher responders to population, 3899 and 4972. So what this means is these hybrids need a little bit higher of a population to reach their maximum yield potential. They are more of a fixed-eared type hybrid, and by adding the additional population, you will see a return on investment. Now, here on 4636, it is a little bit lower to moderate. That hybrid is more of a flex-eared hybrid, so you would choose to maybe not maximize that population on that field, but choose to maybe hold back a little bit to maximize that hybrid's yield potential. Now as we move to response to nitrogen, there's a similar concept here. So you can see we have 3 hybrids that are really moderate to high responses to nitrogen. And this one especially, 3611, sticks out like a sore thumb as a high responder to nitrogen. What this means is this hybrid prefers to have spoon-fed nitrogen throughout the season in order to reach its maximum potential. And as you're looking at side dress costs and where should we be investing our side dress nitrogen, with this hybrid lineup, I would choose 3611 as my first choice to apply that side dress nitrogen, as it's most likely going to give me a return on my investment compared to these other 4 hybrids. And down here on the other end, these 2 hybrids, 4972 and the Pioneer number, would maybe not need to be spoon-fed as much as these other 3 hybrids. These 2 hybrids may be able to handle a lower limited nitrogen situation better than the other 3 in this lineup. Now as we move to response to corn on corn, this score really means how does this hybrid do on corn versus corn on soybeans when compared to itself. So I can see some outliers here. We have 2 that have a higher score, the DeKalb 4636 and the Pioneer number. So these 2 numbers I would say could easily go either on corn or corn on soybeans. What it means is there's very little difference in that hybrid when it's planted on either corn on soybeans. Now here with 3611, having a lower response to corn on corn, all that means is if it had the opportunity to be planted on soybeans, it would prefer that, but it still may do well on corn. It just does see a little bit of a yield drop when you compare it on both situations. Now response to fungicide, as you can see we don't have any in this lineup that show up as a red flag for a high response to fungicide, but we do have low and moderate scores. So when we're looking at in-season evaluations for fungicide applications, I would focus my attention on these hybrids that are more of a moderate response, and these 2 with a lower response may have a more defensive package and might not see as much disease pressure as the other 3. When using the comparison tool in the Top 10 report, we can get a better idea of where a hybrid's best fit is, how to maximize the farmer's investment in his hybrids.